Okay, bud. So I have you start with your name, height, and weight, bud.
Joey Cavaliere, 5'8"-ish, and then weighed in this morning at 276.
Okay, man. And what was the last show you did?
Last show was North Americans.
And before you was a Flushing show? Or?
Yeah, it was Flushing, yep.
Okay. How did you do at the Flushing show in North America? How'd it go?
Flushing took second, and then North Americans we took, I think, like top of the third stick or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So today you did back, man.
Yep.
Do you want to take us through your back workout a little bit? Tell us about the movements you did and like what you like about each movement. So.
Yeah, so like when I start back, I like to I guess people are kind of getting away from the term pre-exhaust, but I like to call them primers. So I did incline straight arm pull downs and then face pulls with the rope, just to kind of warm up every little bit of my back. And then we went to what did we go to? Bent over rows. Yeah, pretty sure with the barbell, it's still a little fuzzy from the rack pulls. Went to barbell, bent over rows, kind of encompassed a little bit of the upper back and lower lats. And then we went to lat pull downs with the Elite FTS, the multi-grip bar.
Can you explain that, bud, for people who may not know how it benefits?
Yeah, so when people do general lat pull downs, they're kind of really not even hitting their lats. They're hitting more like the low traps, rhomboids, and then that scapular area, because it's not so much of a neutral grip when you do a regular lat pull down. You're like this, you're externally rotated, right? So your palm's facing out, and then that gives you a more neutral grip. That way your elbow is in line with your lat properly to properly hit the lats. And I just like that. I feel like I get a lot better contraction with that bar than any other lat pull down bar.
Awesome.
Yep.
And what was then you ended with the last movement there?
So we did, after that, we did dumbbell bent over rows, single arm, and then we went to rack pulls to end it. So ending with rack pulls, your back's completely smoked, and rack pulls, you can really overload and really kill the back after that. Usually I would do them banded. Today I don't even think, I didn't bring any of my resistance bands, so yeah.
Is your back workout, would it switch, bud? Like next week will be different,
Usually, so I program my workouts pretty much day of, depending on how I'm feeling. So right now my legs are smoked and I'm getting a little bit of pain in my left hip, so I wasn't going to deadlift today. So that's why we threw in rack pulls at the very end. Other than that, I'd throw deadlifts in.
Okay. And
yep.
You don't have a set number of reps ever then? It's all
No, I kind of just go pretty much how I feel. And if I'm feeling strong that day, I'll go a little bit heavier. Not feeling so strong, we go a little bit more for reps.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I don't really have set reps or sets that I program by. It's usually my compound lifts, I'm working up to a heavy single or a heavy triple, and then everything after that is pretty much either 6 to 12 reps depending on how I'm feeling.
Okay. And yep. You said currently you're not doing cardio right now, bud?
No, so right now I the pumps I'm getting from doing the elliptical and stairmaster, my calves just get blown out. So I'm pretty much, I'll wake up, I'll walk on the treadmill till I'm hungry, and then I'll have breakfast, and that's encompasses my cardio for the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what are loosely your plans for this year, man?
So, depending on how this bulk goes, we're either debating on doing North Americans and Miami, or we're just going to do one or the other.
Yeah.
So, just all depends on where we fall during the end of this improvement season.
And if you want a pro card of one, you definitely have to do the other, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Done with it.
Yeah.
Showing everything.
Yep.
How much have you put on a pretty good amount of weight?
So we talking about right now?
Yeah, as opposed to last year.
Yeah. So last year I peaked at 258 or 260, and I'm currently 276. So we've added
lean, you said, stuff glute line.
Yep, stuff, glute striations and everything like that. And compared to I'm actually leaner than when I was 260, which is strange. So
different composition.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's only getting better.
That's awesome, man. Very cool. What got you into bodybuilding? But now I know you want to tell people a little bit about you were a Marine and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I think it was probably maybe a year and a half into the Marine Corps. I was just training, and down there, one of the big coaches in Jacksonville, Perry Wooten, he I guess got my name from somebody, and I was just training one day, and he's like, hey, we're going to go in the locker room and pose. I'm like, what are you talking about? We're going to pose. He's like, yeah, come here. I was like, okay, whatever. And then we just started posing, and then 16 weeks later, I did my first show.
How much did you weigh back then? But
my first show, I think I weighed in at 184.
So were you just a pretty jacked guy in general?
I wasn't, well, before the Marine Corps, I was fat, so I had to lose 60 pounds to even get in.
Okay.
And then after that, I was in decent shape, but I really always just trained like a bro and trained to be super strong. I never trained for bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, it was, bodybuilding from here on out.
Yeah, because you can't be a Marine and be bodybuilding, like active marine, right? I mean, you just get great.
You can. It's very hard.
Yeah.
So I would prep all my meals. Like I would do the same. Like nothing deterred me. Like I would eat at the chow hall when I had to, but other than that, like I was cooking my meals like on a grill outside.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Awesome. And what do you do? Go ahead and tell us a little bit about your business and stuff.
So my business is Cavalier Training. It's just a personal training business. I train out of Legacy Edge on 23. It's like 23 just east of Hayes.
Yeah.
And then I do online work as well. Yeah, it's exactly what Dom said after the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. 1, 2.
Man, that's crazy.
As well for a lot of people.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
And do you work just with athletes, or do you work with normal
Nope,
people too?
general population, athletes, competitors. It pretty much like whatever that person's goal is, I'm gonna help them like as much as I can, and if I can't, then I'm gonna point them in the right direction.
That's awesome. Man.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Yeah. And it's cool that not everyone wants to be a bodybuilder,
Yeah,
but those people need help too, or vice versa.
exactly.
And the bodybuilder can't go into Planet Fitness and get help,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's crazy. Awesome, man. How, if people want to contact you about your business, I can put the information on in the information, like in the synopsis.
Yep.
But do you have a website or anything?
No website, just pretty much most of my business is generated through Instagram right now. So at coach_Cavalier, and then that's pretty much how most people contact me is either their email, so cavalier.training@gmail.com.
How's your experience? I've filmed your coach a few times for
Yeah.
a nice guy and told you guy. How's your experience been with Dom? How long have you been with him and stuff?
I've been with him since last year. When did we start working together? I think April or May. I think mid-May we started working together for Flushing and then for Pittsburgh. So it's been a great experience, great guy, super intelligent. Going to be one of the future coaches in the sport, that's for sure. I tell him it all the time and he never believes me.
Yeah, I know. That's why I contacted him when he was just starting out. And I was like, dude, because I like coaches who can scientifically back it out and
Yes.
don't have a problem with people asking.
Oh yeah,
I don't like that
100%.
when a coach is like, because I said so.
Yes, exactly.
Dom's
No, he's not like that at all. He'll explain every little thing and I'm just like, all right, well, I didn't need that much detail, but
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, I guess it could be bad sometimes, but if you want to know, he will sit there and talk.
Exactly, yep.
Yeah. Well, awesome, man. Well, good deal. We will. It's good to touch base with you.
Hell yeah,
Get
I
a
know we
workout.
finally got a video in, right?
I know, man. It's
been a long time.
coming. We will definitely hit up you later, though. Get a light workout and get something as you're getting prepped for the
Perfect.
show, man.
Yeah,
Michigan
definitely.
needs some new, more pros. So.
Yeah, yes,
Todd
they do.
Whitting just joined Team Kuza too.
Oh, did he really?
Yes,
Good for him. Hell yeah.
So.
Love it.
Awesome, man. Well, good luck with everything. Oh, and family, friends, people you'd like to thank, coaches.
Obviously, I'd like to thank Dom, Dave Reed, Perry Wooten.
Dave Reed, I haven't seen
Yeah,
him.
right. That's a name you haven't heard in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually got me in contact with Dom.
You have to tell
So
Dave I said hi.
yeah, I will. Yeah, because he was supposed to coach me, and then I guess he emotionally just didn't have like the capacity or whatever. You know, he was just too busy, and put me in a group chat with Dom. Was like, hey, you're gonna be working with this guy now. Oh, okay, cool. That's pretty much how me and Dave met, actually, too. It's kind of funny because we were in the gym training, and both, like, if you know Dave, all he does is mean mug around the gym and he's just training. I'm the same way. Like, I don't talk to anybody. And then some guy pulled me over, was like, hey, this is Dave, this is your new coach. I'm like, okay, cool.
Awesome.
All right.
I know when you look at Dom, I know there's like this stereotype that these coaches all have to be like some big jack. Like,
No.
and Dom, don't get me wrong, Dom is looking great. He's got a lot of
Yes.
size, but I mean, he knows his shit, man.
Yep.
He really does. It's like he may not be your average like gym rat coach or something, but
No.
he knows his stuff. Like,
Exactly.
I definitely see him being like a big name in the industry.
Yep.
At some point, so.